I want to ask you something before I tell you anything. Think of the greatest achievement in your lifetime. Not something you read about in a history book. Something you witnessed. Something built in your era. Something that made you stop and wonder how human beings could possibly create something of that scale, that quality, that enduring significance. Now ask yourself an honest question. How many people built it? Not how many employees eventually worked inside it. Not how many people joined after success had already arrived. How many minds at the creative and strategic center of the thing were responsible for what it became? I have asked that question about every major achievement I studied during 40 years of research. Every empire, every invention, every institution, every fortune, every movement that permanently changed industries, nations, and lives. And the answer is never one. Never. Not once in 40 years of study did I discover a truly great achievement that emerged entirely from one isolated mind operating alone. What I found instead, without exception, was this. At the center of every significant achievement exists an alliance. Two or more minds coordinated in harmony toward a definite purpose. Combining knowledge, combining imagination, combining persistence, combining faith, combining energy, in a way that produces something no individual among them could have produced alone. That alliance is the mastermind. And tonight I want to take you deeper into this principle than we have gone in any previous session. Because while I have mentioned the mastermind throughout our discussions on imagination, organized planning, decision, and persistence, I have not yet given you the full understanding of what it actually is, what it actually does, and why it is the driving force behind every major achievement in human history. Now let us begin with the definition. The mastermind is the coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. Every word in that definition matters. Coordination, not random cooperation, not occasional assistance. Coordination, the deliberate alignment of effort so that every member of the alliance is moving in the same direction with full awareness of the shared objective. Knowledge and effort, both, not ideas without execution, not labor without intelligence. The mastermind combines thinking and action into one organized force. In a spirit of harmony, this is where most people fail, because harmony is not merely friendliness. Harmony means every member values the purpose above personal ego, above personal recognition, above the need to be right, above individual pride. The purpose comes first, and without that spirit of harmony, the mastermind collapses, because ego destroys coordination, resentment destroys trust, competition inside the alliance weakens the alliance itself. Two or more people, not necessarily hundreds, not necessarily a corporation. Two strong minds genuinely aligned toward a definite purpose already possess extraordinary power. And finally,
Definite purpose.
specific, clear, written, measured. The mastermind cannot operate around vagueness, because effort cannot coordinate around confusion. Now let me tell you something deeper. The mastermind operates on two levels simultaneously. The first level is practical, visible, economic. When multiple capable minds coordinate their knowledge and effort, they naturally produce better decisions, better plans, better execution, and better results than any individual working alone. This part is easy to understand, but there is a second level, and this is where things become extraordinary. The second level is mental and spiritual. When minds meet in genuine harmony around a shared purpose, something emerges between them that exceeds the power of any individual mind involved. A third mind, an invisible force of creative intelligence that becomes accessible only through the alliance itself. I know this sounds mysterious to some people, but you have experienced it. Every person listening to me has experienced it. Have you ever been in conversation with someone whose thinking elevated yours so powerfully that ideas began emerging from you that surprised even yourself? Connections appeared you had never seen before. Solutions arrived suddenly. Creative insight expanded beyond your normal capacity. Where did that come from? It came from the mastermind, the third mind, the emergent intelligence produced when strong minds meet in genuine harmony. This is why certain conversations change lives. This is why certain partnerships produce extraordinary breakthroughs. This is why the greatest builders in history never built alone. Now let me tell you about Andrew Carnegie, the man who commissioned my research. One of the wealthiest and most successful men of his era. I once asked Carnegie what he considered the greatest force behind his achievement. He answered immediately. Without hesitation, he said, "Napoleon, I have never accomplished anything significant alone. Everything I built came from a group of minds I deliberately selected, organized, and coordinated around a shared purpose." And then he said something I never forgot. He said, "The man who believes he is self-made has simply failed to identify all the minds that made him." That sentence changed my understanding of achievement forever, because the self-made man is largely a myth. No great builder succeeds in isolation. Every significant achievement rests upon aligned minds. The inventor requires advisors. The entrepreneur requires strategists. The visionary requires executors. The leader requires truth-tellers. No mind contains all knowledge. No man possesses all strengths. The mastermind exists because human capability multiplies through coordination. Now let me tell you what the mastermind actually produces. First, it produces better thinking. Every individual mind possesses blind spots, weaknesses, areas where emotion clouds judgment. The mastermind corrects these blind spots. One member sees what another misses. One member questions assumptions another accepted too quickly. One member possesses experience another lacks. And through this process, the quality of thought dramatically improves. Second, the mastermind accelerates progress. Because knowledge compounds, mistakes are avoided faster, solutions appear sooner, lessons learned by one member become available to all members. Time compresses. Years of isolated trial and error become months of coordinated advancement. Third, the mastermind strengthens persistence. Every man's faith weakens sometimes. Every builder encounters periods of doubt, periods where obstacles appear overwhelming, periods where the emotional strength to continue temporarily fades. The mastermind carries a man's conviction during those moments. The alliance holds the vision when one member struggles to hold it alone. This is one of the greatest powers of aligned minds. No great achiever persists entirely alone. Even the strongest men require reinforcement. Now let us speak about imagination. Because imagination expands enormously inside the mastermind. One imagination sparks another. One idea triggers three more. Possibility widens. Creative intelligence accelerates. The isolated mind eventually circles its own limitations. But the mastermind continuously introduces fresh perspectives, fresh energy, and fresh insight. This is why brainstorming inside a true mastermind often feels electric, because the third mind becomes active. Now let me tell you how to build your mastermind. First, define the purpose clearly. Without a definite purpose, there is no organizing force. The alliance drifts, becomes social instead of strategic. The purpose must be written specifically. What exactly is the alliance building? What exactly is the mission? What exactly is the outcome? Second, choose members based on character first. Character before talent. Character before intelligence. Character before status. The wrong personality destroys the alliance, no matter how skilled the individual may be. Choose people who keep their word. People who can receive honest feedback without defensiveness. People capable of placing the purpose above ego. People genuinely invested in collective success. Third, select complementary strengths. Do not build a mastermind composed entirely of people exactly like yourself. Similarity limits expansion. Choose people whose strengths compensate for your weaknesses. People who see differently, think differently, understand different dimensions of the mission. This diversity strengthens the alliance. Fourth, establish structure. The mastermind must meet regularly, consistently, deliberately. Without structure, the alliance weakens. Meetings are not casual conversations. They are strategic coordination sessions, the engine room of the mission. Protect those meetings seriously. Fifth, cultivate absolute honesty. The mastermind cannot function without truth. Members must feel safe telling uncomfortable truths, questioning weak plans, identifying blind spots, correcting errors. Without honesty, the alliance becomes flattery instead of force. Now let me tell you the enemies of the mastermind. The first enemy is ego, the need to dominate, the need to appear superior, the need to win arguments instead of solving problems. Ego poisons harmony, and harmony is the fuel of the mastermind. The second enemy is hidden agendas, members pursuing private interests instead of the shared purpose. Once loyalty shifts away from the mission, trust begins collapsing. The third enemy is inconsistency, irregular meetings, weak accountability, lack of follow-through. Momentum dies quickly without discipline. The fourth enemy is negativity. Fearful minds weaken courageous minds. Cynical minds weaken visionary minds. Protect the emotional environment of the mastermind carefully. Now let me tell you something extremely important. Every principle we discussed in this entire series becomes stronger inside the mastermind. Definite purpose becomes clearer. Faith becomes stronger. Imagination becomes larger. Planning becomes sharper. Decision becomes faster. Persistence becomes deeper. The mastermind amplifies every other principle. This is why I call it the driving force. Not merely another principle among many. The force that multiplies all the others. Now let me speak directly to the man listening tonight, who has been trying to build everything alone. Listen carefully. You are slowing yourself down unnecessarily. No great builder succeeds entirely alone. Isolation weakens perspective, weakens creativity, weakens persistence, weakens emotional endurance. You need aligned minds around you, not people who merely support you emotionally, people who sharpen you intellectually, challenge you honestly, strengthen you strategically, expand you mentally. Now let me tell you what happens to a man inside a true mastermind. He grows faster than he could alone, because the alliance continuously stretches him, raises his standards, corrects his weaknesses, strengthens his thinking. The mastermind does not merely build businesses or fortunes. It builds people. This is one of its deepest powers. Now listen carefully to this. The future belongs to coordinated minds, not isolated individuals. The complexity of modern achievement increasingly requires collaboration, strategic alliances, aligned intelligence. The lone genius is largely fiction. The future belongs to organized cooperation. Now let me challenge you directly. Who belongs in your mastermind? Not who impresses you socially. Who strengthens your mission strategically? Who tells you the truth? Who expands your thinking? Who possesses strengths you lack? Who genuinely wants collective success instead of personal dominance? Write those names down tonight, and then begin building the alliance deliberately, because your future will rise or fall largely according to the minds surrounding you. Now let me close with this. The mastermind is not merely a business strategy. It is the structure through which human greatness is built. Everything significant humanity has ever achieved emerged through coordinated minds. Every movement, every innovation, every civilization, every transformation, the mastermind built them all. And the man who learns to build, protect, and sustain a genuine mastermind gains access to a force far greater than individual effort alone. The third mind, the emergent intelligence of aligned purpose, the driving force behind all achievement. Build it carefully, protect it fiercely, and let it carry you toward a level of achievement no isolated mind could ever reach alone. Because whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But the mind operating inside a true mastermind alliance operates at a level far beyond isolated effort. Build the alliance, access that force, and go build something worthy of your life.